Superintendent Gore and directors. I am a teacher at Roosevelt High School, and we at Roosevelt highly value the voices of our parents and families. For that reason, on behalf of the teachers at Roosevelt, I'm referring the minutes to one of our parents, Jeanette Butler.
Superintendent, members of the board, we stand before you and are very excited to be here. We wanted to meet you and let you know that we very much understand that our budget increased by $324,000 next year, but our Title I and our restricted dollars is now increased to $555,000, and when you have $555,000, you give us $324,000. I have to cut into my budget, and I know that our parents are emailing you about this. There are certain concerns that we have, and they're very real. We're talking about equity in the system. When I have to tell my dual Spanish immersion program, which is a citywide program, that I cannot fund it, and your message from the district is that we're just going to fund it, what we get is 0.8. What we need is 3.0. That is the first message that our parents is getting from your staff. The second thing is that the 7-period day, which I know you talked about. For us, when we get $0 for that, and South High gets 14.3 FTEs, and Washburn gets 11.4 FTEs, that's hurtful to our students. So we did that 4 years ago on our backs. We sprinted to the stage and we were creative on stage. The third thing and the final thing I'll say is that we have an amazing growth in our school. We have 100 students coming next year, and it's amazing because all of them have done an amazing job. We want to keep rallying our students, our staff, but in our projections for next year, we have 100 students. And my conversations with school board members are that how do we get those monies in the next year budgets? What's going to happen is we're not going to get those monies in the next year budget. So as you as educators know, I'm going to fire students, their teachers, in the spring. I'm going to pray real hard over the summer, and I'm going to get those students back with their teachers in the fall. And you know a student population of Roosevelt. I've got 80% kids of color. I have an 86% poverty rate. I have the next speaker is Ms. Shamar and Ms. Gugu, and we're going to take those spots.
Ms. Gugu is
Roosevelt High School. Right. Shamar is going to come up here. What I want to make for the last point is when we have 100 new students and I can't have those students being taught by my teachers, I have to fire the teacher now, and then in the fall I have to bring them back. And guess what? When a school like Roosevelt is on focus status, 86% school poverty, 80% kids of color, and I'm on focus status, and the district takes away $232,000 of my budget, I can't do what I need to do. These students behind me made it up from South Minneapolis because they put them in cars with parents. It takes a lot for us to get this amount of parents. How many people are here from Roosevelt? The inequities are incredible. When I was forwarding the budget for the district, we lose $232,000 because my discretionary dollars didn't go high enough to take care of my restricted dollars. South High got $2.2 million in budget. Washburn got $1.5 million in the budget. North, they got $550,000, and we want them to have that. But when Roosevelt has to fire teachers, he came to me. When I have to fire teachers and South has $2.2 million in excess, it's not okay. Now this is Shamar Dennis, who's our student body president. We have 3 spots on the line, 10th, 11th, and 12th. We're hoping that you'll give him the last
Hello, my name is Shamar Dennis. My name is Shamar Dennis, and I'm a senior here at Roosevelt High School. And I've been at Roosevelt for 4 years, and I've seen a change. I've seen the push for academics. I've seen the push for IB. I've seen the push for more rigorous programs within the classrooms. I've seen it all. And I've seen how Roosevelt has grown and it became a better school throughout the years. And for me, that had made me the student I am today. That made me a better student, a student that's ready to go off to college for next year. It prepares me for my future. However, it does not feel right for me to leave the high school that made me the person I am today, knowing that it's becoming worse next year. The budget cuts is hurting Roosevelt in more ways than one, and it's affecting students, and I think many of you may neglect that. How is it that even though our academic scores are increasing, each year we are being punished by the lack of funds that are needed to grow our school in a more positive way? Our growing music programs are suffered by this because we won't be able to buy more instruments. We would have a decreased amount of programs because we have lack of funding. We would be able to create less extracurricular activities for our students to enjoy due to the lack of funding. So how is it that even though we're an IB school, we're given an ability to grow in the area of the arts by developing our very own theater program? Every other Minneapolis Public Schools in the city have a theater program, and they're able to develop the arts. We're unable to do this. even though we're an IB school, even though we're developing, we're unable to get this. And this is a huge injustice. And how is it that even though we're having increased activities in all of our language classes within our schools, we're being forced to give up one of our language, and that our other English language should be severely restricted. We're an IB school. We're a school based on language, and our schools participate in a variety of different languages. So why is it that we're being punished based on this? And how is it that even though roads is on rise, obstacles are being put in our way to stop our growth, to limit the opportunities that students have the right to receive? This is a huge injustice. And from what I'm seeing, we are losing. And it seems that us, the Roseville students, are being punished for doing well within our schools. And the last time I checked, students are rewarded for performing well in schools. The schools provide better opportunities when their students perform well in school. So why is this injustice happening here? So you may be wondering why we're here today in such a mass. You may be wondering why we care so much. We're here today because we want to show that Teddy's voices matter. We're here to show that our voices matter, and we're here to show you that we will fight to make sure our school becomes a better place. Thank you. So we
are going to have Joe Hobart next, and so we are going to have one goes ago. We talked before how that you wanted to speak.
Thank you.
We'd like to go, but where to?
I think that, who's back there first? Someone's raising their hand. Thank you very much. Joe Hobart is next, and then Jeffrey Hassan is following.